right, so as you can see, Miranda loosened the soil. It's nice and loose now. I can get this is called a gardening trowel. A lot of you might have that at home. You can pick it up at the hardware store if you need to. So basically it's just a hand shovel that you'll use to dig holes to put plants in and to make trenches for seeds. So Miranda's loosened it up, and we kind of took the bigger soil chunks and made them smaller. So seeds like to germinate in soil where there's lots of small particles rather when there's big chunks like this. That's hard for seeds. So I might even go ahead and chop up the surface a little bit more where I'm going to put seeds. So there's two ways you're going to plant vegetables in your garden generally with annuals, such as vegetables like watermelon. We're going to direct seed those, which means we're going to open a seed packet and we have the raw seed, and we're going to put that directly into the ground to plant. And the second common way is to have seedlings that were grown in a greenhouse that you can transplant into the garden. And we're transplanting these on April 19th, which is the last frost date for St. Louis. So you can comfortably plant vegetables in your garden right now without worrying about a frost. So with the seedlings, basically, and there's a lot of different spacings you can use, and that's personal preference. So I would recommend, for example, collards being about 18 inches apart in a garden, but you can push that. So we are going to use our garden trowel to dig a hole about the depth of our trowel, maybe a little bit less. We're going to kind of use it to loosen the bottom of the hole. And I'll have Miranda zoom in there, but basically I want to make a nice big hole that's nice and big at the bottom and it doesn't go to a point. So then I'm going to place my seedling in, and I want to make sure my potting mix on this seedling is wet before I put it in, and just kind of hold it up, and you want to crumble the soil in around it. And your soil doesn't have to be as finely tilled for seedlings as it does seeds. So now I will press the soil down around the plant. And one thing you want to be careful about is you want to have your soil covering the top of the seedling. So you do not want your plant sticking out of the ground like that, where you can still see the potting mix. That will cause your plant to dry out and possibly die. So you want to press it down in there a little more and sprinkle some of that soil from your garden on top of the potting mix and press firmly down. And that's it. And then we'll water it in and you're good to go.